So we discuss problems of mean value theorem. Only we discuss general things of the problem. Examine if Rolle's theorem is applicable to any of the following function. Examine if Rolle's theorem is applicable to any of the following function. Can you say something about the converse of the converse of Rolle's theorem? From this example. First one, f of x equal to box x. Box x, it is integer part function, greatest integer function, as we know, for x belongs to close interval phi comma 9. So only you focus on this sum. Interval may be different. Solution. Given function f of x equal to box x, x belongs to close interval phi comma 9. Now we know, since this integral function, since this greatest integer function, not integral, this greatest integer function f of x equal to box x is neither continuous nor derivable at integral points, that is integers which rise in this interval is 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So at this point, given function is neither continuous nor differentiable. So Rolle's theorem is not applicable. So we mentioned that since f of x is neither continuous on close interval phi comma 9, neither continuous nor differentiable at which one, as we have discussed, at integral points. that is at 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Thus f of x is not continuous on closed interval 5, 9, and since it is not continuous, so also not differentiable, and so not differentiable on open interval 5, 9. So conclusion is Rolle's theorem is not applicable. You can also verify third condition. Also third condition is f of a must be equal to f of b. Here also f of a equal to 5. This is our a, this is our b. F of a, f of 5, box 5, box 5, box greatest integer function f of x box x, or floor 5, so its value is 5. F of b, f of 9, box 9, that is 9. So you can observe f of a not equal to f of b. Therefore f of a is 5 while f of b 9. So f of a not equal to f of b. Hence at least one of the condition is not satisfied. We can say that Rolle's theorem is not applicable, but here all the three conditions not satisfying by given function. So hence Rolle's theorem is not applicable to f of x equal to box x in 5, 9. And also you note the condition f is not continuous on close interval 5, 9, and also not differentiable on open interval 5, 9. So mean value theorem is also not applicable. But here if we focus on the converse, f prime x will be 0. It may noted that it may be noted that f prime x equal to 0 for all non-integral points in 5, 9. This shows that converse of the theorem converse of the theorem is not true. So f prime x equal to 0 for all non-integral points in phi comma 9. Say for example, this is only for our understanding. Here three conditions are not satisfying given function by given function, so Rolle's theorem is not applicable, but still we can get C belongs to open intervals so that f prime C equal to 0. For example, we take C equal to say 6.5, which lies in the open interval phi comma 9. So what is f of C? F of C, that is f of 6.5, f of 6.5 box 6.5, it is 6. So what is f dash C? You can observe f dash C equal to derivative of 6 is 0. So if you take C equal to 6.5, then it lies in the open interval phi comma 9 with f prime C equal to 0. So Rolle's theorem, converse of the Rolle's theorem is not true. If Rolle's theorem is not applicable, but it may possible that you can get value for C. And in this particular example, since first two conditions of Rolle's theorem is not satisfying by given function, which is common for mean values theorem, so mean values theorem is also not applicable to this function. Next example, if f close interval minus phi to phi to R is a differentiable function, and f dash x does not vanish anywhere, then prove that f of minus phi not equal to f of phi. So problem is, if f defined on closed interval minus phi to R is a differentiable function and f prime x does not vanish anywhere, then prove that f of minus phi not equal to f of phi. So let us discuss solution. So f is defined on closed interval minus phi to R. We have given f is differentiable. And we know every differentiable function is continuous. So f is differentiable implies f is continuous. Thus, both the condition of mean value theorem satisfy given function. So thus f is continuous on closed interval minus phi to phi and is differentiable on open interval minus phi to phi. Therefore, there exists C belongs to open interval minus 5 comma 5 by mean value theorem such that f prime C equal to f of B minus f of A upon B minus A. This is from mean values theorem. Now domain is minus 5 to 5. So this is our A, this is our B. F of A, that means f of minus 5, and therefore f prime C equal to f of B, f of 5 minus f of minus 5 upon 5 minus 5 minus plus, so multiplied by 10. So on simplifying, 10 into f prime C equal to f of 5 minus f of minus 5, but we have given that f dash x does not vanish anywhere, so f prime C not equal to 0. This is given in the example, so left hand side not equal to 0. Therefore f of 5 minus f of minus 5 not equal to 0. Reason is, you can give reason, f prime C not equal to 0. As a reason we can give f prime C not equal to 0 given, and therefore f of 5 minus f of 5 not equal to f of minus 5. So we have proved that f of 5 not equal to. So only it is a use of mean value theorem. According to mean value theorem, f prime C equal to by mean value theorem f prime C equal to f of 5 minus f of minus 5 upon 5 minus 5. So take this thing in the multiplication, and f prime C not equal to 0, this is given. So this implies f of 5 minus f of minus 5 not equal to 0, and so finally we get f of 5 not equal to f of minus 5. So it is only a use of mean value theorem. Next example. Verify mean value theorem if f of x equal to x cube minus 5x square minus 3x in the interval a comma b, close interval a comma b, where a equal to 1, b equal to 3. Find all C belongs to open interval 1 comma 3 for which f prime C equal to 0. So let us discuss solution. Now question is verify mean value theorem. Verify mean value theorem if f of x equal to x cube minus 5x square minus 3x. So first you note the nature of the function. It is polynomial function, and we know polynomial function is differentiable, so it is also continuous because every differentiable function is continuous. So here f of x equal to x cube minus 5x square minus 3x is polynomial function and a polynomial function is continuous and differentiable at all x belongs to R. Therefore, one given function which is polynomial function is continuous on closed interval a comma b, that is 1 comma 3, continuous on closed interval 1 comma 3, differentiable on open interval. So f of x is differentiable on open interval 1 comma 3, and therefore by mean value theorem there exists C belongs to open interval such that f prime C equal to f of b. This is our a, this is our b. So f of b minus f of a upon b minus a. Now note that f of x, it is polynomial, cubic polynomial, x cube minus 5x square minus 3x. Therefore, f dash x, it is 3x square minus 10x minus 3. So f dash c, replace x by c. So this is 3c square minus 10c minus 3. Now f of b, f of 3 minus f of 1 upon 3 minus 1. So now we simplify 3 minus 1, 2. So multiplied both side by 2, 3 into 2, 6c square minus 20c minus 6 equal to f of 3, 3 cube minus 5 into 3 square minus 3 into 3. Replace x by 3 and f of 1 minus 5 minus 3. So f of 3, this is minus 27 and this is minus 7. So f of b minus f of a equal to minus 27 minus 7, that is minus 20. So 3c square minus 10c minus 3 equal to, this is minus 20. So minus 20 by 2, and therefore 3c square minus 10c minus 3 equal to minus 10. Transfer this term, therefore 3c square minus 10c plus 7 equal to 0. Now you note that this is a quadratic polynomial in C. So roots are given by c equal to minus b plus minus under root delta b square minus 4ac upon 2a. This is quadratic polynomial. So a equal to 3, capital A equal to 3, compare it with polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Left hand side you note that small c, this c belongs to open interval. So here this is capital C. So capital A equal to 3, compare with quadratic polynomial with ax square plus bx. What is b? b is minus 10, capital C is 7. So small c minus b, that is minus 10 plus minus under root b square minus 4ac, b square 100 minus 4ac 84 upon 2a. So this is 6. So simplification is 10 plus minus 16. So plus minus 4 by 6. So this is C equal to either 1 or C equal to 7 by 3. If you take 10 minus 4, then 6 by 6, C equal to 1 or C equal to 7 by 3. But our C must belongs to open interval a comma b, that is open interval 1 comma 3. So 1 not belongs to open interval 1 comma 3. So only answer is 7 by 3. So 7 by 3, this belongs to open interval 1 comma 3. So as a C we are getting value 7 by 3. Hence Lagrange's mean value theorem satisfies for the given function in the given interval with C equal to 7 by 3. Example: verify mean value theorem for f of x equal to 1 minus x square, x belongs to close interval 1 comma 2. Again we note that function is polynomial function, so it is continuous, it is differentiable. So we mention that given function is solution. polynomial function therefore it is continuous and differentiable at all x belongs to R. Therefore, 1. F is continuous in closed interval 1, 2 and differentiable on open interval 1, you note that this you compare it with closed interval, so a equal to 1 while b equal to 2. Therefore, by mean value theorem, there exists c belongs to open interval 1, 2 such that f prime c equal to f of b minus f of a upon b minus a. So f of x function is 1 minus x square. So f of b, that is f of 2, 1 minus 4. So this is minus 3. F of a equal to 1. So f of 1, 1 minus 1, that is 0. And f dash x equal to minus 2x, and therefore f dash c equal to minus 2c. So now f prime c minus 2c equal to f of b minus 3 f of a 0 upon b minus a 2 minus 1. So 2 minus 1, 1. Therefore 2c equal to 3. Therefore 2c equal to 3, and therefore we get c equal to 3 by 2 belongs to open interval 1, 2. This is the value for c. Now, derivative of one function with respect to other. Derivative of one function with respect to other function. How to obtain derivative of one function with respect to other function? For example, differentiate differentiate 10x with respect to log x. So how to differentiate one function with respect to another? We suppose denote 10x by u and log x by v. So derivative of 10x with respect to log x, that means derivative of u with respect to v. Derivative of 10x means u with respect to log x that is v. So derivative of u with respect to v, so du by dv, but u is function of x, so it is du by dx upon dv by dx. So derivative of tan x, it is sec square x, and derivative of log x with respect to x, 1 upon x. Derivative of log x with respect to x, so this is 1 upon x. So answer is x sec square x. Another example, how to get derivative of one function with respect to other function. Another example, differentiate sec x with respect to tan x. So let u equal to sec x and v equal to tan x. So derivative of sec x, that is derivative of u with respect to tan x, this we have denoted v. So derivative of u with respect to v, so derivative of u with respect to v, so it is du by dx upon dv by dx. So derivative of sec x with respect to x, sec x into tan x, derivative of tan x, it is sec square x. So this is tan x upon sec x, or you can simplify it as sin x. So derivative of one function with respect to another. First function you call u, another function you denote it by v. So derivative of one function u with respect to v, so du by dv, that is du by dx upon dv by dx. Now another example, if f of x equal to e raised to x, then obtain f prime e raised to x. Question is, we have given f of x equal to e raised to x and obtain f dash of e raised to x. So solution, let u equal to e raised to x. So what is du by dx? Du by dx, derivative of u, that is e raised to x with respect to x, it is e raised to x. Now f of u, f of x equal to e raised to x. So f of u equal to e raised to u, f of x equal to e raised to x. So f of u equal to e raised to u. So if we differentiate, therefore f prime u, now dash denotes derivative with respect to u. So this is e raised to u. Now u is function of x, When we right hand side, when we differentiate with respect to u, e raised to u derivative e raised to u, but u is function of x. So by chain rule, du by dx. Left hand side prime denotes derivative with respect to u. So f prime u, right hand side derivative of e raised to u into by chain rule du by dx. Now we put values for u. So this implies f prime. What is u? E raised to x, e raised to u, that is e raised to x, du by dx, it is e raised to x. So e raised to x, and therefore answer is f prime of e raised to x, it is e raised to x into e raised to x. This is the solution. Again, you note that we have given f of x equal to e raised to x. Obtain f prime e raised. First you suppose u equal to e raised to x. So we have to obtain f prime u. You note this thing. We have suppose u equal to, let u equal to e raised to x. So if we suppose u equal to e raised to x, then du by dx e raised to x. Now f of x e raised to x. So f of u e raised to u. Differentiate both sides. So f prime u, right hand side when we differentiate, derivative of e raised to u into by chain rule du by dx, and put value for u and du by dx. So answer f prime e raised to x is e raised to x into e raised to x.